to Penang in the late afternoon, we took a 1-hour taxi ride straight to Georgetown.
So we arrived in Penang in the evening. So first thing in line was to grab some dinner, get some food in the belly. So we came to Auntie place. It's a Peranakan style restaurant with the Peranakan food, and we got some of their specialties. So we got some nyonya beef rendang, some tamarind prawns, some appetizers with chicken, some eggplant, some nyonya chicken curry, and spice rice. So yeah, we are ready to dig in. Alright guys, very short night tonight, just a nice dinner out. The place was literally amazing. But we will see you tomorrow in a full day around Georgetown. Okay, so first full day in Penang, in Georgetown. We are starting with a tour around the Colonial Era and the Fort Cornwallis. Let's go.
We next walked around the Padang and admired the architecture of the City Hall and Town Hall. Our next stop was the Pinang Peranakan Mansion, one of the best restored residences in Penang. This house belonged to Chung Keng Ki, a 19th century merchant and clan leader. To understand the history and architecture of both this mansion and overall Penang, we would highly recommend joining one of the tours available that are included in the ticket. Depending on the traffic, the tours start approximately every half an hour. Visiting the mansion, it was time for some lunch.
So, for lunch, we came to try one of the most typical dishes in Penang, nasi kantar. It's basically rice with a variety of curries and a type of meat. So we got two chickens, one mutton. We are in Hameediyah Restaurant and we had to wait for about 45 minutes to get our food. There was a huge queue, but this is a good sign in these areas. It means that the food is great. And also the queue was full of locals. So let's try.
When in Penang, make sure you don't miss out on their local coffee or kopi as they call it. Our next stop was the top at KOMTAR, a great spot to admire Penang from above. One of the best things to do at the top is to walk the Rainbow Skywalk. Just beware, it might get scary. After grasping the views of the city, we made our way to dinner.
One of the things that you must do once you come to Penang, Georgetown, is try hawker food and street food in general. So we came to Chulia Street. It's one of the main places to come to try hawker food. And we are trying some Char Kway Teow, I might be butchering the name. It's fried noodles with seafood, egg, and some bean sprouts and spring onions. So let's try.
Penang is a street food paradise. Each of the food stalls specializes in pretty much one dish that they have been mastering for years or even generations. The next day found us outside Georgetown at the Kek Lok Si Temple. Staggered on hillside terraces, this Buddhist temple is the cornerstone of Malay Chinese community. The final stretch to the top of the temple is covered by a funicular. The top houses gardens and the 36.5-meter high bronze statue of Kuan Yin, or Goddess of Mercy. We then went back to Georgetown to have our lunch at Penang road famous Laksa. Penang Laksa is a sour and flavorful fish-based soup and a specialty on the island.
We also got the Penang specialty white coffee iced. It's actually super nice. I recommend.
On the same street as road famous Penang Laksa, you can find road famous Penang Chendol. Chendol is one of the most famous desserts in Penang, and it's a mix of coconut milk, jelly noodles, usually with pandan leaf flavor, shaved ice, and palm sugar. We finished this rather relaxing day at Backdoor Bottega, a speakeasy bar hidden at the back of a clothing store.
So hello from our third full day here in Penang. We are starting the day at the Chew Jetty.
So jetties are floating villages built on stilts, and this is a place where the Chinese immigrants came in the 19th century to establish their homes here.
These jetties are basically full villages. They have houses, they have function rooms, some of them have temples, so it's a whole village. Chew Jetty is the most tourist friendly one, so we're starting here.
Yeah. Trying some mochi with peanut.
We next made our way to Wonderfood Museum, which celebrates Malay dishes as well as explains the history of hawker food across Malaysia. We next visited the Blue Mansion, one of the most photographed buildings in Penang. Like the Peranakan mansion, this building has unique architecture, and we would highly recommend joining the complimentary guided tours to understand it better. We next went for lunch to Mews Cafe for yet another yummy meal in Penang.
Here I have the most traditional nasi lemak.
So, next stop is street art hunting, one of the main things to do in Penang. Let's go.
Most of the street art can be found around Lebu Armenian, which is also one of the most beautiful streets in Penang.
Next stop, Trishaw Ride.
Yeah, Trishaw Ride.
Hey!
Trishaw is a bicycle with a sidecar powered entirely by the cyclist. We opted for a simple ride around Penang Center, but you can also do the street art tour with them. For our final morning in Penang, we visited Khoo Kongsi. Penang saw a huge influx of Chinese immigrants in the 19th century. To create a sense of community, the Chinese formed clan associations and built clan houses known as Kongsi. Some of these clan houses became extremely prosperous with the years, which is reflected in the architecture of their Kongsi. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this type of content, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as we have many more exciting videos coming. We will see you in my next one. Bye!